Hey, and welcome to another video with me. My name is this guy, but you can call me Elmo Karjalainen. No, wait, that's the other way around. Anyway, today I'm taking a look at this, the Ibanez Tube Screamer. This is the TS808. Now, you might be asking, wait a second, an Ibanez on that guy's pedal board? And I am too. And if you're a really young, hip, genty guy, you might not even have known that Ibanez makes a pedal. Or even if you're a young, hip, genty girl. Anyway, Ibanez do make pedals. They make the famous Tube Screamer. It has different versions. This is possibly the most iconic one, and I'm going to, well, just see how it sounds. So be right back after this intro. Alright, so today I'm looking at the Ibanez Tube Screamer TS808. This is possibly the most iconic version of this pedal. There's also the TS9, which is also extremely popular. Both this and the TS9 have been used by people like, just name one guy, Stevie Ray Vaughan. You might have heard of him. Now, like I said, if you're a young, genty person, you might not even realize these kinds of things exist, because you might think of Ibanez as making 7-string guitars or guitars that are meant to shred. They make this pedal as well, and this is a really iconic pedal. It's been used in blues and rock and all sorts of things since history began, it would seem. This is the reissue version. These pedals are not cheap. A new one costs roughly $150 on Amazon. I got this slightly cheaper on eBay, but this is second hand. Now, this is the heaviest pedal that I have. I mean, considering the size. Of course, I have bigger pedals that weigh more, naturally. But for a pedal of this size, it weighs a ton, and it feels like it's built to withstand a tank rolling over it. So in that regard, this feels really well made. The switch is totally different to what I'm used to. Doesn't even make a noise. The knobs feel really smooth. It has 3 controls. It has overdrive, tone, and level. Now, what you might be wondering, and what I certainly am wondering, is how does this sound? I haven't tried it yet, but now I'm going to, so I'll just hook it up and be right back. Alright, so now I have everything hooked up. Now, just quickly before we begin, I'm using a custom mahogany Strat, this time with Seymour Duncan YJM Fury pickups, but the mahogany makes it sound a bit different. I'm running that into a Marshall 1987X, which goes into a Marshall cabinet with greenback, Celestion greenbacks, and it's mic'd with an AKG C414. And apart from the Tube Screamer, I have a Boss Hyper Fuzz, so in case the Tube Screamer doesn't give enough gain, I can get a bit more with the Hyper Fuzz as a kind of clean boost, but we'll see if I need that. And then I have the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen Overdrive, just to give you a kind of reference, in case you're new to this channel, of the sound that I normally use. And just to show you, here's the sound that I normally use with the Fender Yngwie Malmsteen Overdrive. So, that's it. For delay, I'm using the Fractal AXFX 2. Okay, so the way I have this set up. Oh, and before I begin, I should maybe show you what the clean sound, I say clean, but it's not really clean, sounds like. This is without any pedals at all. I have the Ibanez set everything to 12 o'clock. So level is at 12 o'clock, drive and tone is at 12 o'clock. And here's what it sounds like. Exciting times. It sounds very nice indeed, but not nearly enough gain for me. But the sound itself is great. I really like that sound. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna turn up the level and turn down the drive. So I'll turn the level up to 3 o'clock and the drive to 9 o'clock. Okay, so now it sounds like this. Again, very nice. Okay, so now I've turned up the overdrive to 3 o'clock as well. How time flies. Overdrive and level both at 3 o'clock. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. I'll turn everything on up to full, and this for me is kind of the big test because I like, well, you heard the Yngwie Overdrive, that's the amount of gain that I like. Let's see what that sounds like. Not quite there, but yeah, I'll turn on the boost as well to see if I could just push it over the cliff to where I like it, and then I'll fiddle with the tone controls a bit. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll fiddle with the tone a bit just to see what that does, so I'll turn that back to 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm keeping the boost active. Yeah, very nice. A bit too muddy maybe for me, but still very nice. If I was doing a kind of different type of show, maybe a blues show, I might actually use this instead of the Fender Yngwie Overdrive. But I don't really do blues other than for fun, and that's usually other people laughing at me. But yeah, I'll turn the tone up to 3 o'clock and see what that does. And the boost is still active. Can you hear the sustain? Well, you would if it were playing from Spinal Tap. This sounds absolutely great. Now, I am gonna A-B it now with the Fender Yngwie Overdrive just to close or end the video. But that's basically all I have for you at this moment. Later on, I am going to do a kind of shootout between this, the Tube Screamer, and a bunch of clone pedals that I have, which you can see behind me here. I don't know if they're entirely in picture, but still. So I am going to do a kind of shootout between those, so you'll see if it's actually worth shelling out all that money on one pedal, or if you can save some money, get a clone, and, well, use the money for something else. But I hope you liked this video. Please press like, and if you didn't, if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, and please feel free to support me on Patreon, because all of the money I make there goes towards making more of these videos. I actually buy the gear that I review so that I don't have to sit here talking nonsense about something that I don't like and say, it's so great. But yeah, so you can support me on Patreon. There's a card here somewhere, and there's a link in the description, and I'll put links to where you can get the TS808 in case you're interested. Now, just to close off, I'll start off with the TS808 and then switch to the Fender and then switch back and forth. And you'll notice when I switch, because there will be, well, you'll notice. Thank you for today. It's been great having you along, and I hope to see you in another video. Take care. Goodbye. Still like the Fender slightly better. Just realized I forgot something. I recently saw that you can use the Tube Screamer so that you have a kind of an amp that's distorted or overdriven, but you use it so that you take the overdrive to 0 and the level up full and the tone in the middle. I thought I'd try that together with the Fender Yngwie Overdrive and see what that does to the sound. So the previous wasn't really the end of the video. This is the end of the video. Hey, more goodness for you if you like it. If you don't like it, you've probably gone already. So I'll end with that. Okay, first without the tube screamer and then with the tube screamer.